Boom, what's going on, y'all? It's Allstar Izzy in the building. Young Vitaki seeking our friends into this world with no hesitation and forward thinking only. What's going on, everybody? How we feeling today? Great to see everybody in the building. What's going on? Stars is in the building. Listen, though, we're going to have a good live for you guys. It's going to be direct and it's going to be a little bit short, usually more than the other ones that we usually have. As you guys see for the title, it says Dog Eat Dog World. Listen, there is a lot that we need to speak on for those four words right there. It says it's a lot about a lot of things. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that in a few because again, like I said, I don't have too much time, but we're gonna talk about that shit in a few. Because again, Dog Eat Dog World, it's about more than just what the title means. It's more than what just life, society, the world, everything. It's all about presentation, you going about it, thinking, action, decisiveness. It's all about that. Problem solving problems, solution based. This is where it all comes down into, okay? But we're gonna break it down in a second. I'm gonna wait for some people to get in. I see some people that's pulling up. Great to see everybody. Go ahead and put some stars in the chat and like and comment and subscribe to your boy. We on the road to 1K. Listen, I'm gonna do some more lives going in the future. Tomorrow we got a live with Miles Cunningham. That's gonna be dope. I'm excited for that. But no worries though. And I do got some notes because last night I've been thinking about it. And it's interesting because usually a topic is on my mind. I just don't have the words for it yet. But there's always like certain things that come to mind about it that I'm like, okay, it's about this, it's about that, it's about this. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in order about it in some way. Man, it's gonna be a real live though, And I just want to say a couple of things before we really hit it off and get it started, because I want to keep it to a place of I'm all for humanity, right? I'm all for humanity and bettering itself, but just like I say before, is in that you need to have an identity within a community. You need to have yourself within humanity as well. Like you can have humanity as a whole for everything, but you need to know that you gotta have yourself there too at the end of the day. You can't just have humanity but no identity within yourself, because first of all, both go hand in hand. So you gotta have one or the other. But again, this is where it all is really gonna come down to for a dog eat dog world. I've talked about these conversations a lot for what's good, Rare. I've talked about these conversations a lot just in general. What's going on? Everybody in the chat, what's up? What's going on? If you're new, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. What's up with this? All-Star Izzy. But one thing that I've always talked about, especially before what people really see for right here, right now, I always talked about it's a dog-eat-dog world. The world favors winners. This is what it comes down to. If we just got to be 1,000 about it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? I see y'all in the building. Go ahead, get the likes up and subscribe to your boy. We on the road to 1K. It's All-Star Izzy, baby. What's up with it? What's going on? But yeah, we here talking about doggy dog world. We're here talking about getting yourself right and shit. You feel me? It's the only way to do. On the All-Star lifestyle way. I'm about to get right in about like 2-3 couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start the live. But right now, I'm just engaging with people, just kind of letting a little bit know about what's gonna happen with the live and stuff, and just speak on it. Cause, bro, there's too many people out here that need to learn this shit, bro, and apply it and get to it. I get too many comments, emails, questions, text messages, calls. People always continuously want to win, but what are you going to do to win? What are you going to do to get there to that point? How are you going to win? What are you going to learn from? And this is what it all boils down to. Because people see the world as a great place. People can see the world as a bad place. But even if you see the world as a bad place, that also means you have a place you can be in to be the good and bad. That doesn't necessarily make you naive. That doesn't necessarily make you a bitch. It's just saying that you can also find light within the world itself. You know what I mean? So go ahead and subscribe, like. We on the road to 1K. Let's do this shit. I'm about to get this live started in a second. At 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna just go into the live, okay? Because I gotta go somewhere in a few. But I want to make this message important for everybody that's here, that's listening. For those who are gonna come back and listen to the shit when I post it down, for the people that's gonna listen and everything. All right. All right, so we at the 5 minute mark. Appreciate everybody for staying in. If you are new, welcome to the Allstar Lifestyle. My name is Allstar Izzy. We talk about thought-provoking things. I'm a empowerment coach. I elevate your lifestyle in all ways, in many ways. And if you're new, go ahead and like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. Remember that. Allstar Izzy, baby. All right, now going back to the title is Dog Eat Dog World. And again, like I told you, I have some notes right here. Okay. The whole premise of the Dog Eat Dog World and why I chose this title is because at the end of the day, you got to know that you're gonna have to you're gonna get right or get left. Okay, there's no one way or the other. You're gonna either be somebody who's gonna succumb to society. You're gonna be somebody who's gonna be picked on. You're gonna be somebody who's made fun of. Like everybody's gonna make fun of and picked on some way somehow. But you're gonna continuously be a person that isn't gonna evolve. And I wholeheartedly believe the people who get eaten in this world, the ones who get ridiculed and the ones who stay behind and they can't evolve are the ones who get eaten. You gotta be the one to eat. That doesn't necessarily, you gotta be little people. That doesn't necessarily mean you gotta be a dickhead to all the people that's amongst you and everything. No, that doesn't mean nothing of that. What I'm saying is that you gotta evolve through the challenges and chapters of your life for certain things, okay? Because I was watching this video and I've been talking to so many people, and I had this client specifically that I've been speaking with for a while now. And there's been some progression, but there hasn't been a large amount of progression. And I spoke to him and I asked if this was okay for us to talk about today. He said that's fine, because he could tell that it was something that was needed for everybody. But his whole thing is that he's not over what happened to him in high school. So there was a lot of bullshit that happened to him in high school that led to a lot of insecurities, a lot of things in the household that led to a lot of insecurities. He's now a 34-year-old man. And him being a 34-year-old man, but still holding on to the insecurities that happened in high school or middle school and all those certain things, maybe college too, has led to him to be stagnant. It has led to him limitation. He has insecurities. He has breakdowns. And I'm talking to him and, I'm coaching him through it, because this is what we do. I guide him through the process of what needs to happen, right? And we're taking everything back. We're going through the roots. But one thing that I had to be direct and bold with him with is, which I always will be, but it's a process when assisting people, is that you're going to have to get the fuck right or you're going to get the fuck left, okay? If we've been working at this for a while, slow progress is better than no progress. But just in general, you have to understand that if you're not going to progress yourself to go into higher places within your mind, within your confidence, within just life in general, not even dating, because we can bring it into dating, but I want to talk about life in itself. But if you don't put yourself to a position to be better in life just in general, you're never going to get anywhere that you want to be. You're going to be eaten by this world, by the world, by the girl, by the world, by your friends, by your family, by the society, by the companies, by everything. If you do not boss up your mentality to learn more and to go up more, to improve yourself, improve your mindset, improve your confidence, improve your health, because health is wealth. It's incredible. You can improve your body as well, not to impress other people, but to keep yourself healthy and great and otherwise than that, and to keep moving forward, right? Because if you don't, you're going to get eaten by those that can pick on you, and whether you like it or not, this world doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Life, people, they don't give a fuck about your feelings. And it just is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way of the world. You have cold stone killers. You have killers that understand certain things. And then you have people who are just innocent standbys who will get eaten by the world, okay? Now I'm gonna look at my notes really quick, because I was talking about get right or get left, because you gotta understand, it's just what's gonna happen in the world. Even in the terms of get right, get left, you can either get right in the fact that I need to boss up my mentality, my world, my wealth, my money, whatever, so I can move in the direction of my vision of where I want to. This is what creates people that get older to give advice to the young generation and say, don't do what I did, don't do what I did, and still continuously living in the cycle of bad habits and bad patterns. But they don't even realize that the advice that they're giving to them, they can still take their own advice and work their way up to something. But the fact that they believe it's too late for them, like a 40-year-old or 34-year-old, like the guy who I've been coaching, he thinks that it's too late for him. It's never too late for nobody. That's the whole point. The only way it's too late for you is when you're dead. Straight up. That's the only way it's too late. I don't give a fuck if you're 80 with the crane. I don't give a fuck if you're on the wheelchair. It is never too late unless you are in the graveyard, okay? On some real shit. But then you can get left in the fact, see, the person got left because they didn't not only leave themselves physically, because physically they're still here in this world, they got left mentally. Internally, they're gone, right? They're in a whole different place, okay? And that's a place that I don't want nobody that listens to me, that views this, that even comes across as new or different, and like, oh shit, this. I don't want you to be like that. The reason I don't want you to be like that is because I'm not. And have I been there before? Yes, the fuck I have. Because in order for me to think the way I think is the only way, I can only think this way because I've been in a place where I got left. I've been in a place where I lost. I've been in a place where shit wasn't going my way because I wasn't going the way I needed to go my way. So I understand it. And once I learned it, I kept moving forward. And that goes to the next point. Because this is what I was saying right here in my notes. Is that you will be embarrassed at one point in life. And once you do, learn from it. If you don't learn from it, you don't want to win. Because this is what I'm saying. Danny Rose, great to see you. Because this is just what I'm saying for a lot of things is that it doesn't even have to be just strictly embarrassment. This could genuinely mean you're embarrassed, you got made fun of, you fucked up in something happened, some bullshit, whatever the case is, right? Something could have happened to you in your life where you had to learn from. This is where the struggle creates the strength and the challenges are for us to overcome. This is the things that we learn from, right? But if you're somebody who isn't going to learn from the certain mistakes, who isn't going to learn a way, oh my God, I fucked up in my money, I shouldn't have done it, I'm going to do it this way. But if you keep continuously doing the same thing, you're going to get left in this world, okay? You're going to get, exactly, Johnny, you will get left in this world, and it's only up to you and your decisions and choices that you make. That's the only way everything and anything can happen, is if you only put it into the direction that you want it to be for you. And to go back to everything, so if you get embarrassed, let's say, in front of a girl, she rejects you, whatever, and you keep continuing that and you have the mindset of, oh my God, like she rejected me. Now, the next instant, I'm getting rejected in my mind. I'm scared, what if she rejects me? I'm scared, what if she rejects me? And now you're putting yourself away and you're putting yourself in a box to get left. Because remember, get left or get right. You either learn or you don't learn, and then you succumb to what other people want you to be in that box. So you only do it to yourself. Sure, the world shows you certain challenges, obstacles, bullshit, girls, this and that, but it doesn't fucking matter. The world doesn't matter because it's about what you do in the world to make the world what the world is for you and your perspective, right? And I thought about this shit because there's grown ass people that still have the mentality that this shit is, the world is mean to me. The world is like this. Or these girls ain't shit. These girls are mean. Motherfucker, it's not them, it's you. Okay? It's not the world, it's you. You have a certain perspective as to why you think everything is mean. You have a certain perspective of why you feeling soft for certain shit. You have a certain perspective in a certain way to feel like, damn, like, this is crazy. I can't learn. I hope you learn more than me. I hope you get better than me. Like, why the fuck do people put a limitation on their fucking selves to guide other people? I'm constantly evolving, just as everybody else is. I don't put a limitation on me because I also know that it's a dog-eat-dog world. I'm never going to become complacent because the moment I became complacent is the moment I was then easy accessible to be eaten for of this world. Now that doesn't mean I gotta be, oh my God, I do this, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just saying that I'm constantly learning from a lot of things that has happened. Don't get left, get right. Danny said there's a risk as well of doing nothing. Exactly, bro. It's a risk in a lot of shit, bro. And that's the whole premise in this thing. And something I was saying too, going to the next point, is yes. And I said if you don't learn from it, you don't want to win, okay? And you cannot call yourself an all-star if you don't want to win. I do not want anybody in my community, or outside of my community, claiming they're an all-star, but they don't want to win. I'm a fucking winner because I do what I say I'm gonna do and I execute every single fucking time. If it doesn't have, if it don't have these certain amount of likes, these certain amount of views, these certain amount of shares, or whatever, guess what? I still fucking won because I chose what the fuck I want. And in due time, everything's gonna show the progress that it needs to make. I don't give a fuck about what the society says. I don't give a fuck about their validation. I don't care. Because the moment you do, you give a fuck. Anybody gives a fuck about what the society says, about the rules for you to do certain things, you then lose. You start to become eaten by the world. It's a dog eat dog world. When there's a wave of people coming at you telling you how you should regulate your life, how you should do certain things, are you gonna succumb and listen to them from the pressure of what society says? Or are you gonna say, man, fuck you, this is my shit, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want? This is where it all boils down to. Again, if you don't learn from it and you don't want to win, you cannot call yourself an all-star if you don't want to win. All-stars win every single day. I wake up and I win. I turn this on, I win. I sit down, I win. I sip my Alani, I win. I point at the camera, I win. Because I'm gonna break it down a little bit even further to just get into it. I win because I'm choosing my direction and my decision. Now, I don't want no one to get this misconstrued. Although I'm choosing me, my direction, I'm choosing what I want to say, that doesn't take away from me from learning anything going further. Because I'm not stubborn in my thinking. When the only way I'm stubborn in my thinking is only when I know that it's my direction and I know that it's right for me, okay? But when it comes to elevating content, when it comes to elevating certain ways of speaking, different words to use, different titles to bring, I'm gonna learn, especially from those who know better than me. I'm gonna learn, and that's a good thing. However, though, when it comes to my vision, to my direction, my choice, and to what I want to say, I win. Always. I don't think about, let me do this because they may like this. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about what society has to say. But this is what I talked about even before I got into this live and before I was even on YouTube, is that authenticity is the most polarizing thing anybody wants. And it's the biggest factor for anybody to have. People can't... the reason why people love and don't love authenticity or confidence, and I talked about how people don't like confidence either. Society doesn't like the way they say they do. But the reason that they do is because you can't tame it. That's why they love it. Because they're like, this is so free form. It's so But then when it comes to hating it, they hate it because they can't tame it. They're like, now who the fuck does this person think he is? Learning your own validation, loving yourself, going for your direction, your choice. That's what I'm saying. Johnny says everyone is worrying about being better than the next person until they see real competition. And real competitors are in a competition with themselves always and forever. And that's why they're the dogs eating the other dogs. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Because listen, as someone who competes for it into themselves every single day, looking at themselves every single day, I don't care about the next man. I could care fucking less. But the moment I know somebody is trying to compete with me, then I know in that sense, you're food. You're food. I'm destroying you already. And the reason I'm destroying you already is because now you let my progress in me into your mind. And the moment you let something in your temple to confuse you, to feel like that it's competition, is the moment anybody loses. I don't give a fuck about that shit. The only competition is like an anime character. But then again, that don't mean shit. I mean, like, I don't have any competition. But I like that you said that too, Johnny, because that's just what it really comes down to. Because I'm just a firm believer, and that's just what it is. If anybody even for y'all, thinks in their mind, oh, Johnny he's oh my god, he's a competition. Danny's a competition. He's a better barber than me. I gotta get better than him. Bitch, you done lost already. Because now you're gonna think about certain ways that I do to mirror that effect, or you're gonna be like, I gotta be better than him. I gotta work my ass off. Whole time I'm just coming in, same regular time, doing what the fuck I do. And it's more impactful than your 8-hour shift of trying to be better than me than my 1 hour effortless just doing what I need to do. It's crazy, but it's true. Another point that I had to point out was that life favors winners, okay? This whole thing is about winners and losers. It's what it really comes down to. Because, I mean, that's all it can only be. Life is all about love and hate. It's all about pain and pleasure. It's about winners. It's about losers. And it could be put in details for a lot of things, but we're not going to break it down to that effect because I don't have that long. However, like I said, is life favors winners. But remember this. Like we always say, you cannot have one without the other. I forgot I completely said that. It's funny as hell. And I said you must lose and learn in order to be a winner. Because not only does life favor winners, life favors losers too. Because I'm not, bruh, I've been a loser. I have been a loser in certain places. That's the only reason it got me to a point to win. Is because, again, like I said, you can't have one without the other. So life doesn't just favor winners, because of course you were born to win. That's what I believe. However, life also favors winners to put a spotlight on the losers, quote unquote, in order for them to win. This is why challenges are real. This is why struggles can happen. This is why there can be an opposition of some sort in some way, because it's not a bad thing. This is what creates to win. So if you have that, just understand, if you have any adversity in life, you're looking at it in a perspective that's negative and you're getting down, you're complaining, you're hard about it. It's never that. It's always, okay, now this is an opportunity for me to learn. Does the main character in an anime ever have just bullshit, just the easy path? No, there's always some bullshit happening. Even if he's an OP ass character, he always has an opposition of some sort. There's something to always overcome, whether that's an opponent outside of himself or whether that's his impatience within his mind. There's always something to learn from. But again, and it's not even to say the winners and losers, but to say that there's going to be opportunity and there's going to be stagnant within those situations of that. Because in order to be a winner, you must lose in general. Like, that's what happens. I lose a lot, but I don't lose in the sense of, oh my God, I'm a loser, I'm negative. I gain too much. I win because I'm willing to lose. And I remember, Johnny, if you're still here, I remember we spoke about some shit about that. I had that in my thing. I said the only reason I win is because I thrive in losing, in the sense of I thrive in learning and getting into the unknown to learn something better and to put myself in a position better to get to myself to where I need to be. This is what it really happens for this shit. Because people think that, oh, I'm a loser for life. No, the fuck you're not. You're not a loser for life. You can be a winner today if you choose to be a winner. But here's the thing. Not to say I'm a winner. Yes, you are a winner because you're breathing and everything. But to say I'm a winner because I did something that I don't normally do, to go outside of myself to win. Sure, I went up to the girl I've been crushing on for 6 months. I asked for a promotion at my job I've been working at for 8 years. I woke up earlier than I did and I got to work and I was productive and I knocked everything out from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and now I have some good time. Boom, I won. I did something. I'm going against something that is different. Now, to tie it all back into the title of Dog Eat Dog World. Because if you don't eat but if you don't eat that small dog that's within yourself, that little bitch, if you don't kill that shit that's inside you, you will never win. And I'm going to be 1,000 with you. Because if you don't, I want to tie into this because I hear people talking about like inner child and all these things. Listen, I think you should bury that too. The reason I say that is because that doesn't mean you can't have fun as an adult, as a teenager, as these things. You can't enjoy your childhood from memories to now you can't enjoy the little things of small life of what's going on right now. I'm just saying the small dog who used to bark, 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 eat that shit alive. Or if you don't eat it alive, combine it with who you are now. Because it's a dog eat dog world nevertheless. Because most of the oppositions that people really have in life is themselves. Is the past of rejection. Is the past of doubts. Is the past of negativity. It's the past of, oh, I'm scared, I'm hurt. Or it's the past of, these things may happen to me the way it happened to my childhood. That's the real dog that needs to be eaten. Because if it's not the dog that's outside of you, which there will be opposition in real life. I got a lot of people that's, it's just what it is. However, it's really what's inside, because as Johnny even said, the real competitors are in competition with themselves. Because if I'm not eating the dog that was barking like with a squeal, I'm never gonna have a loud bark and trust in my ability to bark the way I can right now. Because whether you like it or not, for anybody in this world, life is always gonna favor winners, and it's always gonna favor the big dog, right? In any form and any possible way. This is just what life is. So with the message is that I don't want anyone that listens to me that's gonna come across this, that even sees the title and doesn't even click it. Some random ass person that just comes across and just looks at, oh, this is cool. Doesn't click, keep scrolling. I don't want no one to lose. I don't. But I want you to lose in the sense to learn. I want you to lose in that way. But I want everyone to win. This is just what it is. But even as I'm saying this, there's probably gonna only be, out of 1,000 people, like 50 people who will win. I remember I was reading this book, Impactful Players. There was about 1,000 people who were going into this company, and only 30 people made it out. 30 people. Because there's a difference between impactfulness and a difference between mediocrity. A huge, huge difference. So as someone who is impactful and is impacting, because they're impacting themselves within, this is what it really happens. Everything is internal, inside. So as they're doing that constantly, they create more outside of life for them and for those around them. They add more value to them and for those around. And then for the mediocre people who think that they can just get away from shit, oh, this is easy, this is effortless, oh, I got it. But even that mindset, sure, you got it in the bag, but you stay complacent because now, oh yeah, I can just keep it like this. I don't need to level up my learning. I don't need to level up certain things. You become complacent and you become eaten in the workplace because somebody could have been there who's a star player for 3 years, and I come in their company and I'm starting for the first 3 months. I promise they'll already be looking at me to be a manager above you. I promise. And it's no hard feelings. What it's really saying is that I value myself, so I'm gonna value the place I go in because time is everything. And now also with time, I'm everything to me. So if I'm in here, I'm gonna make my mark regardless. That's always been my motto since I was younger. Influence the environment, don't adapt to it. I influence it. I impact it. That's what it comes down to. But if you can't have a mindset for you to impact where you go to make your mark, you will be eaten alive. But if you're okay with that, then the Allstar lifestyle isn't for you. Just being 1,000. Because this is what it really, there was a lot that I did too. And I forgot what I was saying specifically. But I was talking about, this is where everything originated from. I've been in challenges like all my life, especially growing up with like higher ups and authority, because of the way they could talk to me, which put me in a lot of positions to get in arguments with them and just certain things. This has happened a lot when I was like 19, 18, like high school, middle school, still now, but I'm a lot more professional with it, you know. But at the time, when I was dealing with that adversity, I was so frustrated because I'm like, these motherfuckers they're belittling us. They're being like bitches and shit like that. And what was even more frustrating is because they had the power to, and they could do what the fuck they want. And I remember I stood up for a lot of people. I talked back for a lot of people because a lot of people didn't have a voice. A lot of people were scared to speak up. So I would be the one speaking up, not only because I don't fuck with them, but because now they're belittling somebody else who is afraid to speak up. So that led to the birth of We Are Evolution, which also bloomed under the umbrella of Allstar Lifestyle. Because everybody has a voice for a reason, and everybody can stand up for themselves and their life. Everybody is a fucking main character in their own timeline, okay? This is your timeline for anybody that's watching this, anybody that comes across this. This is what it comes down to and what it is. Because I can't stand people who get belittled by other people who cannot speak up for themselves. Sure, the person I'm speaking up for, I'm gonna put them to the side and say, you need to grow some fucking balls. Or you need to, I'm not, of course, like I say it like that. What is that? You need a boss, like you need to get some mental toughness. You need to learn some shit. That happened to me recently with somebody I was assisting. It was somebody I met in person too. And I remember they was getting ridiculed by this employee, and I was helping supervise for my friend's job. And he was getting ridiculed. The woman was going to embarrass him. I stepped in. I told her politely, excuse me, ma'am, if there's anything I can help you with, I can help you with now, but please lower your tone when it comes to speaking with him. X, Y, and Z. We spoke. She got taken care of. I went back to him. He was shaking. He was mad. He was angry. Pulled him to the back. We were speaking, and he was just talking about how He was thankful that I did that, and he's just been very upset because not only is he afraid to speak up because, of course, you work in a company, you don't want to get fired, but he has to work 2 jobs in order to get his life right, to help pay for his family, his mom, because his mom is disabled. She has nobody. So he has that big responsibility of him having to take care of her and have this happen while having to take shit from people. And then this is what birthed more strength into me, because I remember where it all came from, and this is where it all happens to. Again, it is a doggy dog world, but also fucking remember that you have a voice for a fucking reason. Angie, great to see you. That you have a voice and you have things and possibilities that you can do. Because when I spoke to him about what he wanted, he's a visionary. He wants to get into cartoons and animation. He wants to put it out there. And he has resources. He's just afraid of taking that next step because of the limitation he has in his head. But again, even if I didn't step in, hopefully that would have happened in his life. But even at this time, bro, that is a dog who is gonna be eaten by the dogs, bro. Great to see you, Nick. But that's what it comes down to, is that if you don't speak up for yourself, if you don't put yourself in positions to win, to learn, to lose, because losing is learning, you're never gonna be fucking winning, and you will be eaten alive, just as that man was happening to him. And it just sparked too much, because this is where it comes down to. Because no matter what, no matter how cold people may see me as I don't even think I'm seen as cold, to be honest with y'all. But no matter what people see as he's saying, he don't care. I don't give. First of all, fuck him. What I'm saying still is that I want everybody to learn and to boss up in their life and to get themselves right, because the world don't care about you. And even if you don't care about yourself, you care about the people more than you care about yourself. I want you to switch it to care about you, because in order to take care of others, you have to take care of yourself first. You have to be selfish to be selfless. That's what it comes down to. You got to be. You got to be great in order to make those around you great. You got to be able to walk towards the lake to put water into the hose in order to water the flowers around you. You got to have that. So that's what it all comes down to for the dog eat dog world, is that, remember, you have a voice for a reason. You're able to do what you want, and it doesn't matter what age you are. Doesn't matter you're in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, 120s, 110s. It don't matter. As long as you are above this ground and you have a vision and you have people around you that can help you, possibly if you're disabled or whatever. But you can still do something in this life in order for you to propel yourself to go further in this lifetime, bro. That's just some real shit, because remember, you must lose and learn in order to be a winner. And life favors winners, whether people like it or not. And I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing to win, okay? Because again, winning doesn't have to be as grand as how I see it to be for me. But winning is also grand in the sense of, I woke up, I have clothes, I got a roof over my head. Even if you still live with your parents, even if you still live in this type of way where you have to live it, but guess what? If you have a plan and you have a vision and you can act on that every single day, taking it day by day, you won and you're winning, because that goal is right there already. It's just waiting for you to get there. So just take the time out to learn that for yourself and to win. Because again, like I said, out of 1,000 people, only 30 people made it to the end. And I hope one of you guys will be part of the 30, to be honest. Life favors winners, and that's just what it is, bro. But my name is Allstar Izzy. If you are in this live, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. We appreciate that. We appreciate everyone taking the time out today. I do have to go in a second, but what I will say, now that we're ending it off for the doggy dog world, is just that boss yourself up, man. All-Star Lifestyle is not only just for grand, it's not only for just getting women, upgrading our lifestyle and empowering ourselves within. All-Star Lifestyle is about being the best and winning in everything, in every way, possible way we can, and we do. It's in our DNA, it's in our blood, it's in our aura. Honestly. Danny says, don't care what people think, because they won't show to your funeral. Shout out 1950. Exactly. They can't, and they won't, you know? So that's a good way to end it off. Again, my name is Allstar Izzy. I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., we will be going live with Miles Cunningham. masculine identity times All-Star lifestyle tomorrow. It's gonna be a fucking movie again. Please like the live if you have not. Subscribe if you're new. It's the All-Star lifestyle at the beginning because we have a lot more. I will more than likely post a video tonight. I think it might just be this live, depending on my schedule, because I do be booked and busy on this end. The Patreon is fully up. We're out here doing our thing. But remember, to shine within is to shine without. Get to where y'all need to. Until next time, y'all. I'll start Izzy.